Welcome to Auto Show Web TV. I'm your host, Delina Matthews, and we're at Muscle Car Alley where we will be speaking with John Rosenthal. And I'm here with John Rosenthal. So John, thank you for joining us today and taking some time to talk with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Fantastic. So today, right now, we are standing where Muscle Car Alley is, but there's also some other very interesting things on this level. Can you explain them to us?
Well, this level essentially is entitled our Classic Concourse. And on this level, we have three exhibits. We have Cruise Nationals, the 2014 edition there. In the middle, we have the Mopar exhibit of Chrysler Muscle, which we are standing in the midst of right now. And in that room, 718, which we entitle our History Room, is the 10th anniversary of Cruise Nationals. And in the room comprises all the previous winners of Cruise Nationals from 2003. We even have the first winner in that room. Amazing.
Yes, that is amazing. A lot going on, a lot of cool things to see. Particularly behind us, we have Richard Petty's 1970 Plymouth Superbird that he won 8 NASCAR races in 1970. So can you tell us a little bit about this amazing car?
Well, this car is truly amazing, and the origins of it are legendary. It happened back in 68 and 69. Ford was actively competing with all the makers, Chrysler and GM, for supremacy in Daytona 500 races. And Richard Petty was one of the most winningest drivers at that time. And he was with Chrysler in the mid-60s. He went to Ford because Ford promised him an aero car, which was very popular in those days to beat the aerodynamics. And the aerodynamics challenge was challenged by all three makers. Ford came out with one. It's very successful. Richard Petty went with them. And then Chrysler said, you know, we're going to do our best to see if we can get them back. So they created the Superbird, which went all out. It had a aerodynamic nose, as you can see. It had a aerodynamic wing in the back, which was kind of unusual. There's a little story about that wing. It does provide significant downforce to keep the car on the road, but it's fixed to the fenders as opposed to the trunk. And that was done because all these cars competing for NASCAR had to be homologated and sold through dealerships. So the way it was, the first iteration of the wing, you couldn't open the trunk. So they had to make it higher so you can open the trunk. And so anyway, the car was made, Richard Petty did his testing, and he moved to Chrysler. And it was the most winningest Chrysler ever. That's great. So it was a big luring tactic to get him back in. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, and so there is another component that has made this car very popular. Disney's Cars. They actually had this car as a character, and Richard Petty himself was the voice. So did you end up watching this movie?
Well, you know, I have a grandson who's 3 years old, and the first word out of his mouth was cars. And he watches that movie to my daughter's chagrin. It's all he wants to see. But he's now 3 years old, and he knows more about this car than I do.
Well, maybe we should have interviewed him.
I think so, yeah.
Great. Okay, thank you very much, John. Thank you for all of your time. Check out Muscle Car Alley at the Canadian International AutoShow, running from February 14th to the 23rd at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre in the North and South buildings. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, go to autoshow.ca where you can join the e-ticket fast lane and get 10% off of your purchase. I'm Delina Matthews, and we'll see you at the show.